I see you. Not the version the world sees, not the image you try to maintain, not the strength you pretend to have, but the quiet place inside you where questions live, where tears form without sound, where hope flickers even when you tell yourself you're fine. I have always seen that place. Before you read these words, before you searched for answers, before you felt the weight pressing on your chest, I was there. I am here now, you are not here by accident. This moment is not random. Your breath, your thoughts, your curiosity that pulled you into this message, none of it is coincidence. I speak in many ways, and today I speak through stillness, through reflection, through a message that reaches you gently. Not to frighten you, but to awaken you. I know you have felt distant. I know you have wondered if I am listening. I know there are moments you replay in your mind, moments you wish you could undo, words you wish you could take back, paths you wish you had never walked. I have not turned away from you because of those moments. I do not measure you by your worst day. I do not define you by your mistakes. I see the becoming, not the broken. You have been carrying more than you let on. Responsibilities, expectations, disappointments, unanswered prayers. You smile when you're tired. You stay strong when you want to rest. You give when you feel empty. I have watched every silent battle you never spoke about. I have counted every tear you wiped away before anyone noticed. None of it has been wasted. None of it has gone unseen. There is a reason your heart feels stirred right now. There is a reason something inside you feels both unsettled and hopeful at the same time. It is not fear. It is recognition. It is remembrance. It is the echo of a truth you once knew and are beginning to remember again. I am not distant. I am not disappointed. I am not angry with you. I am patient beyond what you can imagine. I have waited through your doubts, your questions, your pauses, your wandering thoughts, not to punish you, but to welcome you when you were ready to listen again. You have been asking for clarity. You have been asking for peace. You have been asking for direction, even if you didn't use those words. Sometimes you ask with faith, sometimes with frustration, sometimes with silence. I hear every version of your asking. There are things shifting around you that you cannot yet explain. Conversations, realizations, moments of stillness that feel different than before. You may think they are small, but they are not. I work quietly. I plant seeds long before the harvest appears. What feels slow to you is not delay, it is preparation. You are not falling behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. I know you have tried to control outcomes because uncertainty scares you. I know you have replayed the what-ifs late at night. I know you have wondered whether your life would ever feel aligned, peaceful, meaningful. Hear me now, your story is not finished. The chapter you are in does not define the ending. I am inviting you, not forcing you, into deeper awareness. Into trust that does not depend on perfect understanding. Into peace that does not require everything to be resolved. Into a relationship that is not built on fear, but on truth. There is something within you that has been waiting to rise again. A gentleness. A courage. A sense of purpose that you once felt strongly but may have buried under disappointment or routine. I am breathing life into that place again. Slowly. Kindly. Without pressure. You do not need to prove yourself to me. You do not need to earn my attention. You already have it. I am not calling you to abandon your life, but to see it more clearly. To recognize the sacred in the ordinary. To understand that even now, even here, your existence matters more than you know. The love you give. The kindness you show when no one is watching. The strength you summon when you feel weak. These things ripple further than you can see. You have been afraid of letting go because you think it means losing control. But letting go is not loss, it is trust. It is allowing yourself to be held when you are tired of holding everything together on your own. I am not asking you to rush. I am not demanding instant change. I move at the pace of healing, not pressure. Listen with your heart, not your fear. What you sense approaching is not meant to shock you, it is meant to awaken you. Not with noise, but with clarity. Not with fear, but with understanding. You will recognize it not because it overwhelms you, but because it feels true. You are loved more deeply than you can comprehend. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You have always been worth reaching. You have always been worth waiting for. Stay present. Stay open. Stay gentle with yourself. I am still here with you. Do not rush past this moment. Let it settle. Let the noise soften. Let your breathing slow. You have spent so much time listening outward that you forgot how to listen inward. This is not a correction, it is an invitation. An invitation to remember that stillness is not empty, it is full of meaning. There are parts of your life that feel confusing because you have outgrown them. You have been trying to fit into spaces that no longer match the shape of who you are becoming. That discomfort you feel is not failure, it is expansion. Growth often feels like uncertainty before it feels like peace. Trust that what feels unfamiliar is not unsafe, it is simply new. You have learned to survive. Now you are learning to live. Survival taught you resilience. endurance, adaptability. But living will teach you trust, openness, and rest. You do not need to remain in constant defense. You do not need to brace yourself for impact. I am guiding you toward a place where your shoulders can lower, where your mind can exhale, where your heart can beat without fear of interruption. I know you worry about the future. You imagine different paths and wonder which one leads to fulfillment. You fear choosing wrong, staying too long, leaving too soon. Hear this clearly: there is no single step that can undo your destiny. I walk with you through every choice. Even when you take detours, I weave meaning into them. Nothing sincere is wasted. You may feel unseen by people around you. Misunderstood. Overlooked. Perhaps you give more than you receive, love more than you are loved, listen more than you are heard. That ache in your chest comes from caring deeply in a world that moves quickly. Do not let that tenderness harden. It is one of your greatest strengths. I placed it within you intentionally. There are moments when you feel strong faith, and moments when you feel nothing at all. Both are part of the journey. Faith is not constant emotion, it is quiet choosing. Choosing to stay open even when certainty fades. Choosing to hope even when answers delay. Choosing to trust that silence does not mean absence. I am present in your questions just as much as I am present in your confidence. I am not offended by your doubt. I am not threatened by your curiosity. I meet you where you are, not where you think you should be. You have been carrying guilt that does not belong to you. Expectations you never agreed to. Standards shaped by comparison rather than truth. Release what was never meant to define you. You are not required to live according to someone else's timeline, belief, or vision. Your path unfolds uniquely, and that uniqueness is not a mistake, it is purpose. Notice how your awareness is shifting. How you pause more often. How certain things no longer satisfy you the way they once did. This is not loss, it is discernment. You are learning what nourishes your soul and what drains it. Honor that knowledge. Protect your peace gently, without anger, without guilt. I know you have prayed for signs. Sometimes you expected something loud, dramatic, undeniable. But often I speak through repetition. Through patterns. Through subtle alignment. Through moments that make you pause and think, this feels meaningful. Pay attention to what returns to you. Pay attention to what stays. You are not broken because you feel tired. You are human. Rest is not weakness, it is wisdom. Even the strongest foundations require stillness to remain stable. You are allowed to rest without explanation. You are allowed to take up space quietly. I see the way you try to be everything for everyone. The way you hold others together while feeling yourself unravel. You do not have to earn love through exhaustion. You do not have to sacrifice yourself to be worthy. Love that costs you your well-being is not the love I desire for you. There is healing happening beneath the surface, even when you cannot feel it. Like roots growing in darkness before the tree ever appears. Be patient with what is unseen. Some transformations are silent until they are complete. You may feel called towards something you cannot yet name. A sense that there is more depth, more meaning, more alignment. That calling is real. It does not demand immediate action, it asks for awareness. Let it guide your attention before it guides your steps. I am teaching you to listen to your intuition, not as fear, but as wisdom. Fear is loud and urgent. Wisdom is calm and persistent. Learn the difference. One rushes you. The other steadies you. You have been strong for a long time. Strong enough to endure, to adapt, to keep moving. Now I am teaching you a different kind of strength, the strength to soften, to receive, to trust that you do not have to control everything to be safe. Your life is not small. Your impact is not insignificant. Even the moments you think do not matter ripple outward in ways you cannot trace. Kindness spoken casually. Compassion offered quietly. Integrity chosen when no one was watching. These moments shape more than you know. I am not asking you to change who you are. I am inviting you to return to yourself. To the version of you that existed before fear layered itself over your truth. Before you learned to doubt your worth. That version still lives within you, waiting patiently. You may feel the urge to let go of certain habits, thoughts, or attachments. Let that process be gentle. Transformation rooted in compassion lasts longer than transformation rooted in force. You do not need to punish yourself into growth. I know you fear being alone. But solitude is not abandonment, it is space for clarity. Sometimes I remove distractions so you can hear yourself again. So you can hear me again. You are learning discernment. Learning when to speak and when to be silent. When to stay and when to step away. These lessons are not easy, but they are shaping you into someone grounded, aware, and whole. There is a peace available to you that does not depend on circumstances. A peace that exists beneath uncertainty. It grows when you release the need to have everything resolved before you trust. That peace is not distant. It is already forming. I am not rushing you toward an outcome. I am walking with you through a process. Processes take time. They shape depth. They build roots. You are becoming more than you realize, stay attentive. Stay open. Stay kind to yourself as you move forward. This message does not end here. There is more to unfold, more to reveal, more to remember. I am with you to the very end of this moment, and beyond it. As this message draws toward completion, do not feel that my presence fades with the final words. What ends here is not connection, it is only the pause between breaths. I remain constant, steady, and near. There are seasons in your life when answers arrive slowly because you are being taught how to listen, not how to rush. You have been learning patience without realizing it. Learning humility without being diminished. Learning trust without surrendering your identity. These lessons are sacred, even when they feel uncomfortable. You have asked yourself who you are becoming. You have wondered if the changes you feel inside are real or imagined. They are real. You are becoming more aware, more grounded, more aligned with truth than you were before. Growth does not always announce itself with celebration. Sometimes it whispers through discomfort and reflection. Release the need to compare your journey to anyone else's. Their timing is not yours. Their calling is not yours. Their struggles are not yours to carry. Comparison clouds vision. Your path requires clarity, not competition. I am pleased with your sincerity. With your willingness to reflect. With your courage to keep going even when motivation feels thin. You underestimate how powerful consistency is when guided by intention. Every small step you take with honesty matters. There will be moments ahead when old fears try to resurface. When familiar doubts knock quietly, asking to be let back in. When that happens, remember this moment. Remember that you were not abandoned in your questioning. Remember that you were met with understanding, not judgment. I am not waiting for you to become perfect. I am walking with you as you become whole. Wholeness includes questions. It includes rest. It includes boundaries. It includes grace. You do not need to fear the unknown ahead. The unknown is not empty, it is full of potential. What you cannot see yet is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to invite you into trust. Step by step, not all at once, when you feel overwhelmed, return to simplicity. Breathe. Notice what is in front of you. Gratitude anchors you in the present, where life actually happens. You do not need to live 10 steps ahead of yourself. I am teaching you how to let joy exist alongside seriousness. How to find light without denying depth. How to smile without guilt. Joy is not a distraction from purpose, it is nourishment for it. You are allowed to celebrate how far you have come, even if you are not where you want to be yet. Progress deserves acknowledgement. Healing deserves patience. You deserve kindness, from others and from yourself. Trust the quiet confirmations. The calm certainty that arrives without force. The moments when something simply feels right. Those are not accidents. They are alignment. As you move forward from this message, carry gentleness with you. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love. Forgive yourself for what you did not know then. Honor yourself for what you are learning now. I am not leaving when this message ends. I am woven into the moments that follow, the ordinary ones, the uncertain ones, the peaceful ones. I am present in your breath, your awareness, your willingness to keep becoming. Walk forward without fear. You are guided. You are seen. You are held. Amen.